Now this is Math 150, and this is section appendix section 8, and we're looking at equation solving and different kinds of equations that we solve. Now in this particular instance we have a rational equation, and we can do one of two things. We can multiply both sides by the LCD, or we can use something called means and extremes, or cross multiply. This is a single fraction, this is a single fraction, and so you can just, from arithmetic, you can cross multiply. If two fractions are equal, then if you cross multiply, their multiplication is equal. So for example, if I had 1/4, which I happen to know is the same thing as 2/8, if I multiply down, I get 8. If I multiply up, I get 8. 8 equals 8, and it says that the two fractions are the same. So that's one thing that you can do. So I can multiply down through, which would then give me -2 times x plus 1, and then multiply up, which then would equal -3 times x plus 4. Remove parentheses, -2x minus 2 equals -3x minus 12. Add 3x to both sides. X minus 2 equals -12. Add 2 to both sides so that x is -10. Now, when we're dealing with something like this big monger down here at the bottom, what you have to do, you don't have any choice, is you need to multiply both sides by the LCD, which happens to be 2x plus 3 times x minus 1. So you look at all the denominators. The denominators are 2x plus 3, x minus 1, and then 2x plus 3 times x minus 1. And this guy has them both, so that this ends up being then your LCD. Now you're going to multiply both sides by the LCD. So left-hand side, right-hand side, and whatever you do to the left-hand side, you must do to the right-hand side. So the right-hand side, multiply by 2x plus 3 times x minus 1. And to the right-hand side, 2x plus 3 times x minus 1. Using the distributive property, you'd have 2x plus 3 times x minus 1 times the first term, and then added to 2x plus 3 times x minus 1 times the second term, and then if you notice, this completely goes. This is equal to 1, and I'll go ahead and put this in, 2x plus 3. Now what you notice under this process is that the denominators completely will cancel out, so you get 1 times x minus 1 plus, here the x minus 1's cancel, so this would be 2x plus 3 times 1 equals 1. Remove parentheses, combine like terms, x minus 1 plus 2x plus 3 equals 1. 3x plus 2 equals 1. 3x equals, subtract 2 from both sides, -1, or x equals -1/3. Now what I know is that the denominator can't be 0. That's a domain issue, so that means that 2x plus 3 can't be 0, or x can't be -3/2. And we know that x minus 1 can't be 0. So x can't be 1. And if you notice, it is neither of these, so we have